Hopefully, someone is at home and feels like talking. I really want to know like what the people are thinking right now. I'm curious to know what people are thinking. As always, I'm waiting to see if YouTube is going to send out notifications or when. Um, and then we can talk about what's going on. We got a little bit of a problem. This is a case of, can't really say Houston we have a problem, but we can say America we got a problem, and a big one. And I hope that, you know, all involved, hey Tish, y'all hit the like button, send up bubbles. I hope that everybody involved is aware of how serious this is. Like, this is crazy. This is really crazy. And hey, Bianca, what's crazier is he said give him 2 weeks, right? But y'all know I watch independent news, and so one of the generals was saying that he heard that they were going to do something in the next 48 hours. So I was like, okay, give him a chance. He said give him 2 weeks, but I had it in the back of my mind that they were saying that they were hearing rumors from reliable sources in the White House that they were going to do something in the next 48 hours. Well, apparently, Trump lied. He told him give him 2 weeks. He did not wait 2 weeks. It was literally the 48 hours, like one of the generals was saying over on Clayton and Natalie's channel, redacted. And I was like, So now, hey, DS, they have pulled us into some bullcrap. Like, this is real live horse hockey. I don't even know, like, how does that make sense? How is this logical? This is not logical. This is not logical at all. And the only thing that I can say about all of it is we see what time it is. There's no such thing. Apparently, there's no such thing as America first, honey. It's Israel first. That man just put us in danger. It's like he started off on the right track. Okay, we're going to have peace. We're going to have peace talks. Netanyahu went behind his back, bombed the people. Then when the people respond back, oh, you got to help us because they're kicking the dog crap out of us. Okay. This is what's on the ground. China has already moved ships over there before he did that, right? Russia sent 600 men over there, and Vlad said he not moving his men. So where does that leave us? Like, hey Angela Melson, hi, hey D Seratinas, where does that leave Americans? Because at the end of the day, most of us did not want to be involved with this war. Most of us wanted nothing to do with this war at all. Okay? A lot of people who voted for Trump voted for him because he said he was going to put America first. Are you putting us first for cannon fodder for Israel? Because I'm still trying to understand, why are the American people expected to sacrifice themselves for Israel? This is a mistake. This is a grand mistake. This is a mistake financially, strategically, so many reasons. Like, it's crazy. Biden had us on the edge of World War III, and Trump just pulled us all the way in it. At this point, I'm thinking that all of these people are mad. They're all mad people. Why on earth, hey Siobhan, would you go bomb what you said were nuclear sites in Iran? Never mind the fact, the sites that Israel bombed, hey Yvette, they're saying that the ground, of course, is like messed up because they weren't building bombs, but they still, they don't want these people to have nuclear power, nuclear nothing. So you bomb those sites, and all of those, the nuclear material that they had there got into the soil. So, that's going to have repercussions for the people. And, hey, Carpe Diem, that's exactly what it is. Like, they're serving us up as cannon fodder for Israel. There should not be an AIPAC in American government. We should not be putting the whims of a war criminal like Benjamin Netanyahu ahead of the survival and the prosperity of American people. It should not be happening. This is garbage. And see, this to me, and y'all forgive me because I'm just going to say what I'm thinking, and I'm going to read what y'all are thinking too, but I'm going to just say what I'm thinking. This, to me, illustrates the biggest problem with the American government. The citizens vote for people who pretend to represent their interests. And I'm talking about congressmen, I'm talking about on both sides of the aisle, House, Senate, all of them. That's why I keep telling y'all there are no good politicians. I keep saying this. Bianca, you've been around, you know. I made it very clear. There are no good politicians. Not a Democrat, not a Republican. I keep telling y'all they're two wings of the same bird. All of them bow down and kiss the ring when it comes to Israel. Like, we got a government that claims, oh, we're for you, vote for us. This is our platform. But when people go vote for them, all of them bow down and kiss Israel's ring. And what's worse is the fact, right, Bianca, I've been telling them that from the beginning. Nobody listens. And it's like, this is the thing. When Biden was in office, Bianca, it's a few of y'all here that know. DS, Vet, y'all know I didn't cut him no slack. I drug Weekend at Bernie's through the mud for every dirty thing he did. Every dirty thing. Like, I don't spare anybody. And y'all know that. I spare no one. I didn't, when Trump started his presidency, I didn't do what you saw a lot of people do. Oh, he's somebody we don't like, so let's just pretend everything he's doing is bad. I didn't do that. If you did something that made sense, okay. You do something that don't make sense, you're an idiot. Simple as that. When it came to this, he said give him 2 weeks. I said, okay, let's just wait and see. He said give him 2 weeks, let's see what he do. But like I said, I kept it in the back of my mind that the rumors, the scuttlebutt coming out of the White House was that they were going to do something in the next 48 hours, is what was being said. And sure enough, you're telling them, oh, peace talks, and now he's on Truth Social like, oh yeah, like, let's have peace talks. Are you stupid? Iran is not going to have peace talks with you. You're telling them, oh, give me 2 weeks because I think peace is still on the table. How is peace on the table? And you just, like, lied again and went and bombed them people again. See, at the end of the day, y'all say what you want to say. Vladimir Putin is the most honest person in the whole equation. And I don't care what it is what it is. Vlad is the most honest person in the equation. He was in an interview and he made a point that was so valid. That man said that he's had to meet with and talk with 3 different American presidents in his time. And what he said was that they start off, they have ideas, they say what their platform is, they get in office, and then they get a meeting. And some guys show up in black suits and they tell them, how it really runs. And then they don't get to do anything they said they were going to do. They got to bow down. The only thing Vlad didn't mention is who the people were in the black suits. Because apparently who's in the black suits is whoever the hell is demanding that we can't survive unless we support Israel. Apparently that's who's in the black suits. And it's not making a lot of sense. Israel is not even a real country. So what are we talking about here? You got people who are not from the area, who settled there. The people were gracious enough to accept them. And then they have gradually taken over, murdered the people who originally lived there, committed any number of crimes against the people in the region. They are the threat to that region. And then we, for some reason, it's our responsibility to help them commit crimes, protect them when the victims of their crimes retaliate, and tank our economy at a moment's notice to defend Israel. Now, I have a theory or two, but I won't say everything I'm thinking, because then y'all really gonna think I'm crazy, right? But somebody should be able to explain to us how some Slavic guys who are not even remotely from the Middle East were relocated from Europe in the 40s and put in a region that they're not indigenous to, and somehow we're supposed to protect them because they call themselves Israel. I'm confused. And on top of being confused, I'm concerned. Trump is online talking crap, which that's what he does. He gonna get online. He gonna get on that social media. He's gonna say something stupid. Oh, the planes are safely heading on their way back. You know, the greatest military and our American warriors. How much of a warrior do you have to be to do a sneak attack? How much of a warrior do you have to be to do that? That's whole stuff. Like that ain't nothing that warriors do. It ain't like let's not pretend that they went to go do hand to hand combat. You did a sneak attack on people that you were telling to hold on because you were claiming peace was on the table. Where's the peace? It's not even smart to think that these people are not going to retaliate. It's not smart. It's not smart at all. We don't even know their capabilities. We don't even know what they have. We didn't know they had hypersonic missiles. We don't know what they were given by China. We don't know what they were given by Russia. We don't know what China or Russia is going to do. We're getting into it with Iran because apparently our government is Zionist. They're not for the American people, they're Zionist. Y'all saw Ted Cruz, massively embarrass himself talking to Tucker Carlson. Shout out to Tuck. Oh, God demands that we support Israel. God ain't demanded nothing, and that ain't in the Bible at all. I haven't seen any Slavic people mentioned in any scripture. And I've been reading the Bible my whole life. I've never seen Slavic people in the Bible. Like, they don't even get an honorable mention at all. I mean, the Ethiopians get a shout out. But ain't nobody mentioned nothing about no Slavic people in the Bible. So how in the world? And it's supposed to be separation of church and state. So why are you even bringing that into what's going on? It's crazy to think that these people are not going to that they're not going to retaliate. It's crazy to think that. Like, you have to be insane. You have to be insane, or like, in some clinical state of denial to think that these people are not going to retaliate. And then where does that leave us? Because we know our government don't protect us at all. They don't protect us at all. So what's going to happen to us? Well, let me say this. If it gets hot, I'm telling you now, I'm heading to Nigeria. I am not going to sit here and wait to see, how the bombs fall. Like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And to be very honest, like, I feel bad for anybody that don't have somewhere to run, because I will. Run, I will. I will not sit here and mess around and be a sitting duck, because our government is Israel first. Like, I'm saying it because I want people to realize that is the position we're in right now. The position we're in is that our government is the enemy of the people. There's no reprieve. There's no reprieve. Two wings, same bird. On one side of the aisle, they're after your children. They're pushing sexual degeneracy on families. They are, taking away your right to speak. They're policing thought. They're doing a lot of jacked up stuff. They're trafficking kids at the southern border. On the other side, you got people who are, most of them are warmongers. They are Zionists. And they will harm us in order to kiss the ring of Israel. I was given some information that is starting to make some things make sense. I think those of y'all who are in here that are in my Discord, we're going to have a voice chat in Discord, because I ran across some information that I'm not really comfortable saying out here, but I definitely want to share it with y'all, because I have a theory. I have a theory as to why America and other Western countries are bowing down to Israel. Because this is this little, piss pot of a country They commit crimes, they rape, they murder, they kill. Like genocide is a Sunday picnic for these people. And we keep supporting them with money at, you know, ad nauseum. Like there's no end to what they'll do. I think at this point, if Benjamin Netanyahu started roasting babies on a spit and cooking them with, avocado oil, America would send paper plates at this point because they are co signing all of Israel's garbage and they don't care that they're putting us in harm's way. They don't care that you got a good chance of not even being able to win this situation. Like, am I tripping? Bianca, did the comments just stop? Or everybody just ain't got nothing to say? Because I really want to know what people think about this. I'm uncomfortable. And I feel like anybody who's comfortable right now, you're either nuts or you're not paying attention. B, are you still in the comments? Hold on, because I'm not getting any comments. Hold on. Okay. Okay, now I see bubbles again. So hopefully the comments come back because the comments kind of went away when I like blinked out and came back. I saw some bubbles, but I still don't see the comments. I don't know what's going on. Let me try one more time. Bianca can see them, but I can't on my end. Okay, y'all still there? Okay, bet. Hold on. Let me try it one more time, y'all. Okay. Yeah, I just can't see the comments. I don't know what to do in order to get it. Ha! I didn't mean to hit the green screen. How do I turn it off? Okay, there you go. Thank you. But yeah, I don't know how to get the comments back. I have no idea how to get them back. I don't know where they went, honestly. Okay, I got them back. Hey Samuel, yeah, that's how I feel too, friend. Like we really gotta pray because we're in trouble. We are in trouble. Hey Ashley Kane, hey everybody. Okay, yeah, I can see the comments, but yeah, we're in trouble. Like when I say I'm shook, like I'm literally shook. I'm shook. Hey, too adorable, and I'm shook because like we're in danger. Like these people put us in danger, and this has nothing to do with us. Hey JJ. Carpe Diem says 434 out of 435 House representatives have their campaigns funded by AIPAC, not to mention the countless lobbyists and government officials that have dual citizenship for Israel and the U.S. Thank you. Y'all don't think that's suspicious? Y'all don't think that's suspicious? And then with them having these, these conflicts of interest, right? They got these conflicts of interest when it comes to Israel. Hey, CBU or CBO. I hope I said it right. How you doing? So we have to remember that nothing can happen unless God allows it. The only way to be protected is in God. So this is a wake-up call. That's true. And I believe in God. And right about now, we need him. This is one of those times where if you're a prayer warrior, all hands on deck. Ashley Kane, you on the main channel? If you go to the community wall on the main channel, I'll put the link over there. Either me or Bianca want us to put it over there. But y'all don't think it's weird that these people have this conflict of interest, and this conflict of interest is so glaring that even when they could get us smoked, they will still go and support Benjamin Netanyahu committing crimes. Y'all don't think it's weird that the people in Israel are actually protesting him? How is that democratic? And you got the American government saying, "Oh, we promote democracy. We got to give everybody democracy." You got somebody over there that's controlling things, and the people right now doing wartime are protesting this man. Y'all don't think that's weird? Hey there, Cali girl, where you been? Yeah, they don't care nothing about us. They don't care nothing about our lives, y'all. Hey, Ian the Core Junkie, they don't care whether we live or die at this point. Because look, this is the situation, right? So boom. Okay, so boom. All right. Militarily, the biggest superpowers in the world is us, Russia, and China. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you're a fan of. I don't know when politics became a fan sport or like social media where you have stand wars. Like that whole weird thing that the Democrats put in play is stupid, is butt backwards, and it doesn't make sense. It's straight window liquor energy, right? You got to have common sense when you're looking at anything. I don't care what team you're on, team red, team blue. Some things don't change, right? The three biggies in play is Russia, China, America. We at the top mainly, in my opinion, because we do have the largest military, right? We spend the most money on military. That's a good thing, and I guess thank God for that, right? But neither one of them is on our side. Neither one of them. Then we got to consider the fact China has a stake in Iran because they get oil from Iran. Ask yourselves, is President Xi going to sit back and be like, oh yeah, blow up everything. It'll be fine. We don't care if we can't get oil. We don't care if you further mess with our economy. They're not going to do that. The Chinese economy is already in trouble. They already swirling the drain. Do you think those people are just going to sit there and be like, oh, it's fine? Screw us even further. Please go right ahead. I doubt it. I doubt it. Russia's already, was at the ready. He had already said, like, if you do your do, we gonna do our do. So what on earth, where does that leave us? Then you got Israel, who ain't no help to nobody. Their Iron Dome is a joke. It was barely stopping any missiles. And the first missiles they threw were the old ones. They was throwing 20 and 30-year-old missiles. And they could not stop the 20 and 30-year-old missiles. And then after they threw the old stuff at you, then they hit you with hypersonic missiles. Get the hell out of here. And we don't know what else they got. So Israel is no support. You know that the European Union, those countries ain't no help. They depend on us for everything. They talk mad trash, heavy trash about what they gonna do, but they don't do nothing. They sit back and wait for American funds. They sit back and wait for American support. They sit back and wait and demand for American soldiers, American troops. So if we go walking into that being idiots, this is not a. Let me listen. We were not successful in Afghanistan. We left out of there embarrassed. Didn't even take all our stuff. If we were not successful in Afghanistan, this situation, how on earth are we going to be successful? Plus the fact, do we really think that Saudi Arabia is going to side with us? We're just trying to get back in good graces with them. Because, they got pissed off with us with Biden. Because, the prince over there in Saudi Arabia, he hated Biden. Trump just got through taking his butt over there, and he was talking like he had some sense. Like, hey, we don't want to interrupt or interfere in the way y'all live y'all lives. We just want to do some business. We're not here to tell y'all how to do nothing. I'm like, yeah, talk like you got some sense. Because we need to get these gas prices back down. We need him to go ahead and produce some more barrels of oil and no longer hate our guts. Like, say what you need to say. Now you over here doing stuff like this. You're in the wrong region. Like, Israel has no allies in that region. The last time we were bothering Iran, we didn't have to worry about the China and the Russia of it all. The last time America was wrongfully bothering Iran, and I do mean wrongfully, we have had no reason, no justified reason to be bothering these people. We need to leave these people alone. We need to leave these people alone. Okay? Period. The last go round, there was no bricks. There were no bricks when we were bothering these people the first time. And see, people like now, the revisionist history. And I'm American, been here a long time. And you see my face, so you know I'm black, right? So I'm accustomed to the American version of revisionist history. Like, we don't like to tell the whole story. We only want to tell the part where somebody, hit back. We don't mention when we hit first. We only mention when they hit back. See, people love to talk about, oh, the 70s and they took American hostages and this and that. But you forget that in 1953, we were the ones bothering them. We were the ones that decided we didn't like the way they were running their country, and we took our behinds over there and overthrew the person that they had there and installed our own puppet leader in their country. And then by 79, they had enough of that man, and they fought back and they took their country back so they can run it the way they want to run it. Those people have a right to live however they want to live in their home. They're not bothering us. Last I checked, the people who are invading at the southern border are not Iranian. They don't care nothing about what we got going. They're not bothering us. They're not. This is getting stupid, actually. And so we got people still running around, some of the war hawks and the warmongers in DC, and they're blaming their issues on, they did this in 79. They did what they did in 79 because y'all did what y'all did in 53. And not for nothing. I don't think it's a coincidence that you took it on yourselves to just go ahead and upset their government and install the leader you wanted there because you were trying to create an ally for Israel. Think about it. If in the 40s you took these Slavic people and put them in a region that they are not indigenous to as settlers in freaking Palestine, and then by 10 years later, you're trying to force your puppet rulership in Iran. Regime change does not work. It is not our place to go trying to control who is governing people. We've been doing this stuff too long. We tell lies, make up excuses for why we're going to go and involve ourselves in other people's countries, whether it's to take resources, whether it's a land grab, whether it's regime change so you can put your puppets in place. It has never worked out. It didn't work in Ukraine because we did that too. 2014, that was us. We funded that regime change. We're the reason that those people are so corrupt. We're the reason that they were committing genocide in Donetsk and Donbass. We're the reason for that. And we haven't learned a lesson. We did it in 53, and we're going to get you up out of here. I don't know who you are, and I don't care to. Like, literally, we're in trouble, and you coming in here trying to troll. We don't know what those people are going to do in retaliation. And instead of you trolling, you probably should be praying. But it gives that you're too stupid to pray. You're too dumb to pray. These people are playing with our lives. We pulled that regime change in 53. It blew up in our faces by 79. We pulled that regime change in Ukraine in 2014, and we're dealing with the blow up of that right now. We have got to stop. We just recently tried to do it in Venezuela and failed miserably. And then end up saying, oh, we're going to put we're going to put sanctions on y'all because we can't control who your leader is, only to turn around and have to beg them for oil. We are no longer in the position to do those kind of things. Those other countries have aligned. That's why your sanctions don't work. They don't have to trade with us. They can trade with each other. Right, Marie M. We are screwed, and not in a good way. And it's because our own government is corrupt. Biden literally did everything wrong and set the stage for everybody that we have tried to bully, control, and oppress to link up And now they have a whole alliance. Like these people sat there in front of us, like dang, they're reestablishing the Silk Road right in front of us, while Biden is running around like Weekend at Bernie's. And then by the time you get Trump in office, I'm thinking, hey, you ain't got to be no career politician. Like, you think now. Biden got us in a world of trouble. Either you can help us get out of it or you can't. Like, what we doing? What are we doing? And now this idiot has just plunged us into a situation that we may or may not get out of. And I don't like the way it looks. That's why I say at this point, y'all, if you know how to pray, I would advise you do. Yep, Divine Wig has done it. Yvette says, I respect all of your knowledge on the history of it all, Shanitra. Thank you. Ian says, we definitely need to pray because America has made enemy after enemy. We are the outliers of all the nations. We have mocked and intimidated, and now it's time for America to reap what they've sown. That's true. And you know what? See, that's the crazy part. That's the crazy part, right? Because the people who've done the evil, they deserve to reap what they sow. There's a whole lot of people in this country that don't agree with what they're doing. See, one of the things that is a huge problem in this country is everybody's focused on the color of it all. And I'm not saying that color ain't an issue. America was built with color problems. It's probably going to always have color problems. And y'all know I'm not one of those goofy people, I don't see color. Of course I see color. I ain't colorblind. But because of the whole color thing, the fact that it exists, a lot of people get tied up on the color of it all. And that ain't always that. This situation that we're in, this is not about, oh, the Republicans are racist. Oh, the Democrats like black people. Like, this has nothing to do with that. And we got to be able to see past the bull crap. The truth of the matter is, I would say most people, and I don't care what color they are, do not agree with this. This is one of those things, black Americans, white Americans, Native Americans, the majority of the people do not want to be in war. The majority of the people were clamoring for them to leave Iran alone. Nobody wanted this. The problem is, if we get any type of retaliation at all, the people who are going to get hurt are the people who didn't even agree with it. That's the problem I got with Israel right now. The citizens don't even agree with what Netanyahu is doing. They are, as we speak, these people are protesting him and his actions. But when the bombs came in from Iran, people who didn't even agree done got hit. That's the problem. Hey, Lel. We haven't had attacks on American soil in a very long time. But it's like we're at risk for it, and we wouldn't even know what to do. Israel's over there complaining, oh, my kids had to sleep in the bunker when the bombs came. Most of us over here don't have no bunkers. Where are the bunkers for Americans? We ain't got no bunkers. We ain't got no bunkers. What are bunkers? There aren't any, are they? You know what I'm saying? Like, unless you're one of those people who, like, you know, the preppers or stuff, some of them have bunkers, but most Americans don't have no bunkers. So where does that leave us? Think about it. Right, Ian? It's not fair. Siobhan says, people of that level don't fight and argue about color. They don't. It's about money and whatever their agenda is. That Cali girl said, let's just pray that China or Russia doesn't enter the chat. They had already entered the chat before Trump did what he did. That's why I'm saying, like, this doesn't look good to me. I feel like we need to be praying. Like, we need to be praying like we never prayed. Hey, Lel. It is bad. CBU 49 says, this is Matthew 24. We're just seeing it play out. and find our place in God, because without Him, there's no escaping it, no matter what color. This Bible is fulfilling itself. The Word of God will stand. Amen. You're not wrong. That Cali girl says maybe it's time to go to the Caribbean or Africa. I already told you. If it starts to get hot, I'm going to Nigeria. I'm not going to sit here. I'm not. And I feel for anybody who doesn't have anywhere to go. If it gets hot, I'm heading to Nigeria. Lel says, but you know who does have bunkers? The ones who knew. Yep, the elites, the people in the White House, the politicians. They have somewhere to be safe. They don't care what happens to us. None of them, because they were all in on this. All of them were in on this. All of them bow down to Israel. They're all Zionists. Thank you, Pat Mick 1536. Don't delete him. Don't delete. He was just playing. Let's give him a chance. But yeah, like this is crazy. I don't know who you are, but this is not a troll day. Like, this is not a day. We don't have patience for no trolls. Lel says they don't give a dang, and if you have sons, let it be known you won't send them to die for no Israel. Yeah, like, American young people do not need to be going to lose their lives for Israel. They don't. Siobhan said I ordered my passport a couple months ago because I told myself just in case, be prepared. Yep. I hope everybody is prepared. It's not about you. It's just we get trolls, and this is one of those nights where it's like, it's a somber mood and nobody can do trolls. And I realized you were joking, but my mods didn't realize you were joking, so that's what happened. But you're welcome to stay though. It's kind of somber tonight. Like, this ain't no joyful, happy situation. Real time say, remember when they wanted to open the draft to include women? I do remember that. Thank you, Samuel. Yeah, this is time for us to start praying. We got to start praying, y'all, because it doesn't look good. And you know what's interesting, right? Is all of these people who are clamoring to stay in this country illegally, right? They're breaking their necks to stay in this country illegally. They're fighting. They're attacking federal agents. They're attacking local police. They're burning stuff. They're stealing stuff. They're getting on social media demanding that black people help them break the law and stay here illegally. And I said all that to say this. If anything jump off, they're not going to help America fight. Is what the LA riots. Just hang out and you'll see what we're talking about. If something happens, if Iran, God forbid, makes an attack on American soil, if Russia or China makes an attack on American soil, those people who are begging, fighting, acting like they're entitled to break the law and be here illegally, they're not going to help us fight. If it gets funky, they're going to go right back across that border to whatever country they're from. It's like I was saying on the main channel. Think about it, right? The people who want to take part in what you got when it's going good. When it goes bad here, those people are not going to, like, anybody who's sympathizing with those people, stop it. Do yourself a favor. Stop it. If we're ever embattled on U.S. soil, those people are not going to help us. Because this is our home. It's not their home. Honestly. Let me get some comments. Real time. Hi, real time. So we got to be aware because they got sleeper cells everywhere, everywhere. Well, I mean, but our government don't care. They don't care about putting us in danger because they know the sleeper cells. If the sleeper cells are there, they're going to harm the citizenry. They're going to sit in D.C. or in their safe rooms or bunkers, and they're going to be safe while they put our lives at risk, and then demand that we give them our children to go and fight for Israel. I don't care about Israel. I don't think I personally don't recognize them as an actual nation. How are you a nation? You're settlers. You moved to somebody's country in the 1940s and started calling yourself something. You're Slavic people that are settlers. How did you become Israel? Sam says, "Remember, Iran is the prince of Persia." I know. Right, Kelly. They're not the original Israel. Those people were scattered. The people who were actually the children of Israel were scattered. Like we all read, the Old Testament. We know what happened. And the New. We know those people got scattered. Oh, you got a question too. I'm sorry, baby. I missed it. Black Not Blue says, I got a question. What's the best way to bridge the gap, in your opinion, so we can become one as a community between straight, trans, black, brown, religious, non? You probably not going to like the answer. Hardship. Hardship makes people bond. What we're going through right now, if you pay attention, you'll notice you got more people that are, black people, white people that are basically saying the same stuff. Like we all want the same thing. So it's the same hardships and fears and even the crap we're going through right now. This is the stuff that bonds us. This stuff. And I recognize that our country is really, really new. 400 years, like we're not even in puberty yet. And we're playing with people like, we're in the big three with two other countries that are that's thousands of years old. Like, get out of here. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to take a lot of pressure and heat and toil and struggle to make us be one country, like for real, one country. That's why we have people that will invade our country, wave their country's flags, attack our officials and stuff, because they see that we don't treat each other like one country. So they figure they can come here, break the law, do whatever the hell with your laws, and then when anybody tries to enforce it, they try to call for one group or the other in here to help them break the law against our country. Marie says the Kaz Israel is identified as Christian nationalists. I mean, but they're not Christians. Like Israel actually attacks Christians. I feel you, real time. Siobhan says this immigration protest is bigger than what we see. I believe Trump blew the roof off with the companies and CEOs who have used illegals to save profit for their business. Mm-hmm. Kelly says, dang. And that's facts. It ain't what I wanted to hear, but you're not lying. Appreciate the truth, even when it's hard to say. Keep it up. Thank you. They turn your super chats on so we can bless you. I can't do it. I can put my cash app in the chat, but I can't. I don't know how to. Let me say that. Well, matter of fact, I can't because this channel, my main channel, I just thought about that. My main channel is monetized, but this one is not. So I have to. I'll put it in the chat. My cash app in the chat because I think Bianca had to go do something. But yeah, that's what it's coming down to right now. Like, it's unfortunate, but this is what it is. It's my name. I'll put that in the chat too. This is the channel I come to so I can actually just talk about stuff. My other channel is, Bravo shows and gossip and stuff like that, Here's where we talk about, the stuff that, sometimes people get more emotional about, and I don't want them doing that on my main channel where we have fun. Hold on. And my main channel, let me put that in the chat. So if you like celebrity gossip and Bravo shows and stuff, you can come on over and we will be happy to have you. And it's just one word, so it's not hard to find, right? So yeah, that's kind of, like I said, this was just so disappointing. I heard it was an issue, heard it was a thing, but I just hoped. Hey, Auntie Eva. Yeah, it's awful news. It is definitely awful news. That was not what I was looking to hear at all. Oh, we're talking about Trump making the decision to go and drop bombs in Iran and then brag about it on social media. So now we're all in the jackpot. And, like I was saying when I was talking to Kelly, um, unfortunately, this is the stuff that'll make people forget the petty stuff. You know what I mean? This is the stuff that'll make you forget the petty. And this is what I was trying to, say the other day, like day before last. Right now, the condition we're in this country, we don't have time. Like, we can't afford to fight amongst ourselves anymore. We got too many enemies, including our own government. Our own government is out to do us in. Our own government chose Israel over the citizens. And we gotta, like, swallow that. I want to say most of us, but a lot of us in here even probably come from military families. I come from a military family, like, and the same, same flag, same country, same that our families, our fathers, our grandfathers defended. Like, they've taken a wrong turn. Like, it was never all good here. Like, we ain't gonna pretend that it was never all good here. But even with that being said, this is bad, y'all. This is bad. Siobhan says this is how we'll start to see the beginning of the end times. But like I said, we're gonna go in Discord so I can say what I really want to say. We're gonna go in Discord when I get out of here because we're not gonna stay too much longer in here. I just had to come over here on this channel to say what needed to be said. Y'all know I have a son that's in the military. You know what I mean? So it's not good. Like, this is not good at all. No good feeling about this one. So yeah, all of you who are in Discord, or if you're here and you're not in Discord, when you get to the main channel, what I will do is put the Discord link on the community tab now says posts. It doesn't say community anymore. So when you go to and just tap on the channel, you go to post, the Discord link will be there. And I'm gonna say what I really want to say. I am. But until next time, I'm just gonna leave one thought, which is, if you have never prayed before, now is a good time to learn how. If you have never trusted God before in your life, now is a good time to do so. Consider it, because oh no, Bianca, don't put it in here. Don't put it in here. Don't put it in here. Don't put it in here, baby. Remove that. Take that out. Because this is a different crowd. We get the wrong people in here. No, don't. Ain't no snatch it while you can. Get it out of here. I'm not joking. Hold on. Let's get this comment. Yeah, get that up out of here. But yeah, we get trolls and stuff in here, and I don't want that. Not in our Discord. Thank you, B. Not in our Discord. Our Discord is too peaceful, and we're gonna keep it peaceful. Thank you, boo. But yeah, I don't know. Like I was saying, just pray, 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 pray. Like that's what I can leave you with. Pray. You know, wouldn't hurt for you to go and hit the book of Daniel and refresh your, mind on possible coming events. Go and bone up on the book of Revelations and bone up on possible coming events. Um, Prepare yourselves. Prepare yourselves. Because there are some things happening that we do not understand. They are not telling us the truth about Israel. They're not. There's no logical reason why we would be doing what we're doing, supporting Israel, supporting Netanyahu committing war crimes, supporting genocide, murders, rapes. There's no reason we would be supporting any of that if it was just what they say it is. If it was just that, this wouldn't be happening. This is happening because there's more to Israel than meets the eye. They're criminals, they're murderers. And I'm not talking about the citizens, I'm talking about the people in charge and their military. There's no reason for us to be supporting these people. At this point, I feel like also on top of prayer being super important, I think it's also super important for us to, as a country, make a conscious decision that we are not going to vote for anyone who's a member of AIPAC ever again. There should not be another AIPAC senator or representative that is hired, that is not hired, but voted in, elected. That should never happen again. That should never happen again because this is the outcome of another country invading, infiltrating, and running our country with officials that we elect. This should not be happening. So that's what I'm gonna leave y'all with. If you're in Discord, head to Discord because I got something to get off my chest. Okay. So I will talk to y'all later. Everybody be positive, be productive, encourage others at this time. Make sure you encourage yourself. Pray for your family, pray for my family, and I will pray for yours too, okay? Talk to you guys later, all right?